They have won conference championships, sectional championships. They've won a state title. They've got state medals, and those don't come cheap. And they've accomplished a lot individually, but they've accomplished more collectively. And that is, of course, what our program ultimately is all about. We don't care how good you are individually. We care about how good we are collectively. And they are a big part of our tradition. They have really left a mark on our program here. They will be deeply missed. So I'm going to just say a few words about each individually. Trevor, fourth varsity letter, all conference for the third time, and he will be one of our MVPs for the year. We have 3 of them. You can probably guess who they are. He's maybe not the most fluid runner that you ever saw, but he's the guy who always gives his best effort. He's the guy that even when he struggles with breathing difficulties and some of the health issues that he had, he's the guy that you know that when you're in a pinch and you need a good race and it's the state meet or it's the conference meet, this is the guy who's going to dig a little deeper. This is the guy who's going to get the job done for you. And so I never, ever said to Trevor, are you ready? Which is what you say to a lot of guys as a coach. I didn't have to ask Trevor that because I always knew that he was ready to go out there and give his best effort. I appreciate the fact that he struggled at times this year with some breathing difficulties and missed a meet along the way and was out for a couple of weeks, but did a wonderful job and was one of our really great leaders on this team. And I'm certainly going to miss Trevor next year. I'm just so glad that we got the chance to have him come over and be a part of our program. Next we have Joey Cal, and Joey, when he's also a 4th-time letter winner, he's all conference, he's our second of our MVPs. He was an exceptional junior high runner as a 7th and 8th grader. He had a very good freshman year, and then his sophomore and junior years, he plateaued just a little bit. He didn't quite take that next step forward, and we were all kind of puzzled by that. We didn't know if it was a lack of confidence. We didn't know if it was Joey who tends to be a little conservative. We didn't know if it was Joey who sometimes doesn't quite overthinks things sometimes and didn't just go out and just run. And this year, he started the season injured. Then he came back, but then he got sick. And then it looked like his season was in the trash. And then suddenly he had this wonderful race at Manitowoc. And I will always remember how he went charging up there, just started eating people up at the end of that race. And then I think that was the first time we saw the Joey Cal that we've been waiting for all those years. And then his confidence soared in workouts. He started to run some great things. And there's only one term for Joey. When he's out there running hard, he is a beast. And everybody, guys said that about him when he was a little guy, that guy's a beast when he gets after things. And he certainly was. He ran a great race at conference, and I don't think anybody actually could say they had a better race at the state meet than Joey did. He was 12th overall, which was just a tremendous effort on his part. And so that was one to remember. And he really did his very best that day to help carry our team. And Joey's going to be another guy that we'll greatly miss. The last guy, I saved him for last because I think it's appropriate. And I think it's also appropriate that I drag his dad up here. Yeah, Ray, I got to do that to you. And then we're done. I started here in 1977, and I had the biggest group of idiots you ever saw. They were the most fun group of idiots you ever had in your life, and Ray was one of them. And we just kind of made a lot of this stuff along the way. And so, I was 23 years old, first coaching job, and I was fortunate to have a group of guys like Ray who helped start this tradition. Guys that bought into what we were doing, believed in what we were doing, and we started to build a program. We started to build a team, and 33 years later, that same attitude is intact. And it's been fun to see how that gets passed from one generation to the next, fun to see how it gets passed from father to son. And when I started coaching all those years ago, I never stopped to think that the guys who graduated might go off someplace and reproduce and have kids of their own. It just never occurred to me that I would end up coaching a second generation. And when it did happen to me, I realized it's just the greatest thing ever. And so, we've got Kurt Lepak over there, Glenn Helmaniak over here that I coached, and I don't know if I missed anybody else, but it's happening. Eugene, who was here last year with Jordan. And so those are great moments to see fathers and sons share those things in common. And so this has been special for me. For those of you who don't know, somehow some of you missed this, Ray is the brother of my wife, Cheryl. So that makes him my brother-in-law, and that makes him my nephew. So for those of you that didn't somehow know that, that's the connection here. You know, we're a small town, and Ray invited me over for chicken dinner one Sunday afternoon, and that's how I met his sister, and that's how I met my wife. So, you know, it's all sort of family here, and, you know, it's been real special for me, knowing Paul his whole life, watching him grow up, playing some other sport with a wooden stick, and knowing all along that really what he is a runner, and he had a wonderful career for us. He has 3 state cross-country medals. He's a conference champ. He's a sectional champ. He did so many good things for us. Yeah, he had a little bump in the road on the last meet of the year, Saturday, but you know what? You got to look at the big picture. He had a great career for us, did so many good things for us, as did all of these guys, and I am very thankful that I got the chance to coach this senior class. Kevin, did I forget anything? I think we've given all our awards? Okay. Okay. Any of you guys that did not get your bars for your second letter, come up and get those, and we've got some captain stars somewhere in there. So congratulations, guys. Thank you very much.